What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I've got a little story for y'all. I've already got all the animals fed and stuff. This video is not really going to be based around them much, though it's going to be applied around them. But it's about something which might become very involved with the animals, which they haven't in the past, so hopefully not, especially since we've got our Great Pyrenees. But now you may have already caught on. I'm talking about coyotes. So we have never really had, I don't believe that we've ever had any coyotes come and kill any of our animals or really get too close from what we could tell. But we have had last year especially. I've always been involved with the outside animals, and some of them were mostly mine. Like my goats, they kind of started off this farm, so I was always out here, but I never paid much attention to that much stuff. But now I've begun to pick up on the other animals which roam out here besides our farm animals. And so last year, I was out here checking on the animals. I believe I was actually walking my sister's dog at the time. And then, or maybe I was out here just with him. And then suddenly I heard like a scream. And I thought it was either a child out there in our woods or a dog being attacked. And so I continued listening, and then my sister's dog, he's actually a tiny little dog, he got out and he was about to go run towards the sound. So it got very complicated. My two brothers came out of stuff. We were going to take care of this, and by now we had already had like our donkeys and stuff. So I had no doubt nothing was gonna I had no doubt that nothing was gonna be able to hurt the animals. But I mean, if it was a child or something, so we kept on walking down there, and then suddenly it sounded like it was right in front of us. We heard it hollering and wow, and it was at that point that we realized that it was a coyote. And so that's a story from a while back. And so we got back up here, and then we actually put a spotlight down on an open area in our woods, so that way if there ever was a coyote, then we could see it and figure out what to do. And then also, lights are supposed to look like fires to coyotes, so that was a little bit of help. But and then that was actually, I believe it's in the month of January that happened. And if y'all don't know, I believe it's from December to February that is coyote breeding season. And so during that time of season, they get very lively. But what I did not know is that I just came out here this morning, a little later than usual. We have a train which passes by here pretty closely, and the train horn was going off, and suddenly I heard all the uproar of, I believe it was coyotes. Now, it is fox breeding season right now, so it may have been some fox, but I don't believe that they would have caused that much of a commotion, though it could have been, because during the breeding seasons out here where I live, whenever it's a certain predator breeding season, everything's wild out there. Now, right now, I believe it's actually the rut for deer. Now, have I seen much? I have seen some deer when I'm walking down a trail that we have. I have seen some deer. I have seen some bucks and some does, but nothing too wild. Obviously, but the deer will not harm the animals. So that's why I'm talking about this now. The dogs are going nuts over here. That's why I'm moving a little and shaking. But, so I think the coyotes are beginning to become more lively. So they're coming out, and it's time to prepare. And we have our dogs back in here. Our dogs were out for the summer and spring because of complication with the fencing. But as I said, animals are not too lively during that time because it's not breeding season or anything like that. So now we have coyotes back, and they're prepared. And whenever the train goes by, they always make an uproar, but it's typically during the winter months. Number one, that tells me if they're getting more lively, it's going to start getting even colder than it is now. Number two, that tells me that we might have some more nights where there's a lot of commotion out here, and I might need to start And I was planning to do this anyway. Now, here we go. I'm going to get to the solution here now. So, I was planning to do this anyway. Each animal has their individual pen, except for the dogs and the donkey, because they're like the guardians. So, you don't want to lock up the guardian because just so they cannot guard them. But the goat and the pig and the chickens, they all have their separate pens. Now, I have not been doing this because at least the pig always goes up in her pen. I don't really know what the goat does. I think the goat typically stays up under our shed because that's where she was raised when we got her. But now, since it's coyote season, or I call it coyote season, it's not technically coyote breeding season, or I'm not even sure if it's coyote hunting season. So technically it's not really coyote season. Now that the coyotes are coming out and more lively, then I think we're going to have to start locking them up at night. And that's going to be a challenge for me because, I mean, I typically sometimes I just come out here to check on them, but I don't really want to have to put them up. But here's really what I was going to get to. But if I start putting them up at night, that will also help me with the feeding. Because right now I have to put them all up in their pens to feed them. But if I put them up at night, then I can feed them while they're still in their pens in the morning. And then I can just let them out once I leave. So in a certain order, it would make sense and it would be help. But that's not what the video is about. So, I know this was a very long video of just talking. It was not too long of a video, but I'm just talking in this video. And I am sorry. But there's something which I want to discuss. And so that's what I'm going to do in this video. That's what I have done. And so I'm sorry if you don't like the talking videos. But that's what today's video is just going to be. Next video, I hope I will have something maybe more exciting for y'all. But on a farm, there are things that sometimes you will not catch on video. All I can say, it sounded crazy out there with all those coyotes, which I've heard that before. So if I don't catch it on video, I can't explain it to y'all. But that's part of having a farm, because sometimes I'm not always got my phone out. Sometimes I'll even bring my phone out with me to the farm. So anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. I just want to tell y'all and put it out there what I'm going to begin to have to do. Because if there's a predator being more lively, then I'm going to let y'all know. That way y'all know what's going to be going on with the animals. Because y'all can say, okay, maybe my animals might have some of this. Y'all can say, okay, Elijah might come out with some more videos about coyotes and how they're affecting the animals more. I just want to give y'all that rundown. So today's video, not an exciting video. I'm not going to post 2 videos in one day like I did that last time. It was fine last time, but I don't want to do that this time. But anyway, stay tuned for more videos. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way y'all will always be notified whenever I post. And wouldn't be an Elijah Corbin video without a dog. Gotta include the dog. So tell them, like, subscribe, share, and comment down below. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.